reading another book about the alphabet. The alphabet is so important because it teaches us letters that help us learn how to read. And reading is a wonderful way so that we can go new places without ever leaving our house. We can learn things too every single day just by reading words. So we're going to spend some time learning the ABCs. Today's book is called Dr. Seuss's ABC, an amazing alphabet book. I sure hope Miss Jenny is ready to read to us. Do you think she wants to read to us? Of course she does. She's our best friend. Miss Jenny! Miss Jenny, come read to us. Hello, Charlie. Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us for another Chilla Tales. I'm so excited to read to you guys. Today we are reading Dr. Seuss's ABC, an amazing alphabet book. Charlie is absolutely right. It is so important to learn the alphabet because once you learn your letters, you'll be able to read stories just like we do here in Chilla Tales. In fact, you can read these stories at home. All right, let's get started. Dr. Seuss's ABC, an amazing alphabet book. Big A, little a, what begins with A? Aunt Annie's alligator, A, A, A. Big B, little b, what begins with B? Barber, baby, bubbles, and a bumblebee. Barber, baby, bubbles, and a bumblebee. Big C, little c, what begins with C? Camel on the ceiling, C, C, C. That's a camel on the ceiling. That's so silly. Big D, little d, what begins with D? Donuts and a duck dog, D, D, D. Donuts, yum. Sure like donuts. And a duck dog, that's not even real, but very silly. Big E, little e, what begins with E? Ear, egg, elephant, E, E, E. Ear, egg, elephant. Big F, little f, what begins with F? 4 fluffy feathers on a fiffer, feffer, feff. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's a fiffer, feffer, feff? Sure is a silly made-up thing by Dr. Seuss, but very cute. Big G, little g, what begins with G? Goat and goo-goo goggles, G, G, G. There's the goat, and a goat in goo-goo goggles. Weird. Big H, little h, what begins with H? Hungry horse, hen in hat, H, H, H. There's the hungry horse, hey! And the hen is hiding in the hat. Big I, little I, what begins with I? Itchy, itchy, Ichabod, I. Big J, little j, what begins with J? Jerry Jordan's jelly jar, J, J, J. He's getting jelly out of the jelly jar. Big K, little k, what begins with K? Kangaroo and kite, K, K, K. There's the kangaroo. See, kangaroo has a pouch with her baby, and there's a kite. Big L, little l, what begins with L? Lion with a lollipop, L, L, L. There's a lion, and he's eating a lollipop. Oh, I like lollipops too. Big M, little m, what begins with M? Mice in the moonlight, M, M, M. See that? There's the moon, there's the mice. Big N, little n, what begins with those? 9 new neckties, nightshirt, nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 neckties. There's the nightshirt, and there's the nose. Big O, little o, what begins with O? Ostrich, oil, orange, owl. O, O, O. Ostrich, oil, orange, owl. Big P, little p, what begins with P? Painting some pajamas pink. P, P, P. Wow, that must be a messy project. Big Q, little q, what begins with Q? The quick queen of Quincy and her quacking quackaroo. Quack, quack. There's quackaroo, and there's the quick queen of Quincy. Big R, little r, what begins with R? Rosie's red rhinoceros. R, R, R. There's Rosie. There's her red rhinoceros. Big S, little s, what begins with S? Sammy sipping soda pop. S, S, S. And there's Sammy having soda pop. Big T, little t, what begins with T? 10 tired turtles on a tuttle tuttle tree. How did those turtles get up there? Are there really 10? Let's count and find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 tired turtles. Big U, little u, what begins with U? Uncle Oob's umbrella and his underwear too. There's Uncle Oob in his underwear, and there's his umbrella. How silly. Big V, little v, what begins with V? Verna Vera Vin and her violet violin. It's very pretty. Violet's like a shade of purple. Big W, little w, what begins with W? Willie's in the wash tub washing Waldo Woo. There they are. Big X, little x, what begins with X? X-ray and a xylophone. X, X, X. There's the X-ray, so they can see inside of your body. And there's the musical instrument, a xylophone. Big Y, little y, what begins with Y? A yawning yellow yak with Yolanda on his back. There's Yolanda. There's the yellow yak yawning. He must be tired. Big Z, little z, what begins with Z? A zizzer zazzer zuzz, as you can plainly see. Zzz. Well, kids, I hope you enjoyed that story about the alphabet. I sure hope that you go home and practice it yourself. And remember, all of our stories that we read here on Chilla Tales can be found in the link in the description of each video. Just ask your mom or dad or parents. Please click on the link and you can find all the stories that we read here, as well as a wonderful free gift for subscribing to Charlie's Story Circle. You guys can get a free coloring page of our very own Charlie the Chinchilla. Wow, Miss Jenny, I'm so excited. I want to see my coloring page in color too. I like to color with all the colors of the rainbow. My favorite, though, I think is, it's blue. I love the color blue because it reminds me of the pretty sky on a sunny day and going outside and eating alfalfa. I'm kind of hungry for some alfalfa now, but I'm so glad that I'm learning things with my best friend, Miss Jenny. Well, that's it for today, kids. I sure hope you guys join us for another adventure of Chilla Tales. And remember, every day is a new tale just waiting to happen. Bye-bye!